Hola, señora.
Hi. We were wondering...
I was talking to the lady, Chico.
Hi,
Okay.
my name is Nicole Collard.
I mean, I would
Concha
have said.
Garcia. How can I help you, sister?
The corporation I represent is considering a major investment in Quaramonte. Your advice, as the head of an obviously successful concern, is precisely what I'm after. My assistant, Mr. Stobart, has a few questions he'd like to ask you.
God damn, Nico. Again, see, you're so resourceful now. Now I can say that. But I love her. I love her.
Have you heard of a man named Karzak?
No? Who is he?
He's the reason we came to Quaramonte. We think he's running a drug ring.
Well, I hope you find him, but I've never heard the name before.
Okay.
Can you tell me about the accident
you,
at the
but-
mine?
Accident? It was sabotage. Somebody wanted my mine closed down for good.
Oh, you're mine.
Do you have any evidence that the mine was
I
sabotaged?
mean, it was written
Not yet,
outside.
but I'll get to the bottom of it. There'd been trouble at that mine for several months. The workforce was getting smaller every day. Someone had started a rumor among the men that the mine was cursed. Now the entire operation has been closed down.
Where's the site of the mine?
Several days upriver at a remote area known as Teoculcan.
Okay. Want a biscuit?
Would you like a dog biscuit?
Would you like a smack in the mouth, Chico?
Why did you say that it's a dog biscuit? I mean, she could have seen, but at least you don't say it.
Does this stone mean anything to you?
I think it is a spirit stone carved by a Mayan priest, no? I don't know which of their many gods it represents.
Do you know this good?
Can you tell me anything about this statue?
It is Tezcatlipoca, the god of death and pestilence. That fetish would be considered by many to be a bad omen.
Not by you, though.
You see this? It's my lucky piece of coal.
What's so lucky about it?
I'm not sure yet.
Well, it made that goat talk, so...
Nice buns.
See? Lucky.
Would you be interested in these panties? They look about your size.
Is that your
What the
best line,
fuck?
Chico?
I'm
George!
serious. They were an unwanted gift.
Put them away before you get overexcited.
I'm gonna offer them to him, though. If I can.
Have you heard about the forthcoming eclipse?
I don't take much interest in things like that. One of the boys might know about it.
Do you recognize the icon on this label?
Condor Transglobal.
Did the company operate here in Quaramonte?
Yes, they ran an old container ship, the Mayan Princess.
Do you know who owned Condor Transglobal?
I've no idea.
Isn't it Kurzak? Secretary, hello there. Okay.
Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Consolidated Mining. If you are planning to stay in Quaramonte City, may I recommend the Consolidated Mining Experience, an interactive hands-on tour of one of our deepest mines, with talking tour guides available in 3 different languages.
A tour of a mine.
Well, this is a mining company. What else did you expect?
Fair. But also, an interactive tour. Are you meaning that we get to mine? Because that is not only free labor, but like we will be paying you for labor.
Do you know where I could find Senor Karzak?
No, senor.
Okay, fine, fair.
Do you know anything about the eclipse that's due soon?
Me? No, senor.
How come you're not wearing any pants?
I feel more alert without them. A kind of perky.
And your boss doesn't mind?
She suggested it.
Of course she did. I'm assuming none of these guys has anything to offer. Yep, okay.
Are you looking forward to the eclipse of the sun?
Not especially. Are you?
I don't know. I've never seen one. All I know about eclipses is that you shouldn't try to view them with the naked eye.
Please. Go away and let me get on with my work.
They're not gonna have anything to say about this, right?
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
Can't you see I'm busy? If I don't finish this stock report, the boss will be mad as hell.
You should go in to work without pants and see if that helps you. I think it will.
Ever hear of a guy called Karzak?
No, sir.
Did you know there's an eclipse of the sun in a few weeks' time?
Yeah, Joe told me about it. He's having a party and we're all invited. Me and the boys are dressing up as evil monks.
Yeah? Cool.
As evil monks, okay. Is this gonna be the scene, like the final scene in the first game?
Do you know anything about the eclipse?
Yes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I heard it's going to be pretty spectacular.
It's in a few weeks' time, isn't it?
9 days.
Thanks. Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
No.
Okay. Fair enough, let's go. Can we talk to Nico in here?
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I'm guessing I can't go there, I'm just...
Keep out of there.
Fair enough.
That's where the explosives are stored.
Oh. Well, what if I want some?
I had nothing else.
Okay. Let's go then. I can't believe I came all over this way and I didn't...
Stobart, well of all the...
Mrs. Henderson. Boy, this is some coincidence, huh?
Yep.
When you've been married to a fruitcake like Duane as long as I have, you stop believing in coincidence.
I'd met Pearl and Duane on the other side of the globe in Syria. He was an army veteran who suspected he was working for the CIA, but wasn't sure. She was less
Wasn't sure?
obviously deranged. Is Duane here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Duane came back from the war, we couldn't bear to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
Oh, why not?
Why aren't you speaking to Duane?
Because he's an old spoiled sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Duane says he has to stay in town.
Right. And you don't want to go on your own.
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's no one around to take my picture.
That's fair.
Is Duane still working for the CIA?
If he is, he doesn't know it. He's what they call a snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
What the I love them.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
What takes me just about anywheres. The market.
You drove 2,000 miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the Great Design, George.
What do you make of this stone, Pearl?
Oh, that's pretty. What's that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one.
Me too, honestly.
What does this mean to you, Pearl?
What cute little feathers. Why, if you had two of those, they'd sure make nice earrings.
This isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl. It's a dart, tipped with a fast-acting, muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected, honey.
Sometimes I got the feeling that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into space. Maybe, if you waited long enough, you'd get an intelligent answer back. But it was a long shot.
Wow, oh my god, you're rude. Look who's talking as well, like... I mean...
Look at this, Pearl. A tequila worm.
Don't you bring that thing anywhere as near me, honey. I swear I'll scream like a hog on a hot plate.
Take a look at this news cutting, Pearl.
You'll have to read it to me, George. I left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara.
Well, it's about an eclipse of the sun, which is due to occur in a few weeks' time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything. Apparently, the best place to view the eclipse is right here in Quaramonte.
Oh, my.
She didn't appear to be the slightest bit interested.
We love a gay ally, though.
What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Hoo-wee, that's a spitting image of Duane's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
Catch you later, Pearl.
Okay, I guess let's go around before going inside.
It was one of the windows of the jail. It was one of the cell windows. There was a It was Miguel, the pipe player. Hey, Miguel! He didn't hear me.
Okay, there's Miguel, but hello, Duane.
It was Pearl's husband, Duane. Hey, Mr. Anderson. Good to see you again.
Do I know you, son?
George Stobart, remember? In Syria? I sold you a statue.
I remember that. Pearl was mighty vexed when the paint came off.
Look, I'm
wow.
sorry. I'll give you back the $50.
No, you suckered me fair and square.
Well, I appreciate the... I don't know. Honesty, I guess.
Are you still working for... you know who?
You know I can't talk about my work, George. That's between me and Uncle Sam.
I'm sure there are a few... Oh my god, I can't think of a single word today. I have few superiors that you can talk about it to.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Sounds like a comic book villain to me, son.
He's the man behind Condor, and the rat who kidnapped Nico.
You know, the first time I met you, I was deeply impressed with your naive simplicity. I said to Pearl, if we ever had kids, I would have wanted a boy like George. But I underestimated you, son.
I mean, yeah, you did. That's why you bought the statue in the first place.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Caramonte?
Is that so? Seems reasonable to me.
No, really. The leader of the band in the square has been imprisoned just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
What's the real reason the musician was imprisoned?
Handed out subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint on a charge of inciting a riot.
Huh. Would you look at that?
I spoke to Pearl earlier.
Yeah? Did she mention that we had a kind of falling out?
Yes, she did.
She'll get over it.
Okay. Wow, what an attitude to have towards your spouse. Wife. Oh my god, I can't think of a single word today.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
Why did you bring a huge truck like that?
George, I'm on a top-secret classified mission for Uncle Sam. This truck is a rolling bomb. 400 pounds of nitrate fertilizer with a plastique initiator. They'll hear the bang in China. Gee, I'm really looking forward to this.
Wow.
Do you know anything about a shipping company called Condor Transglobal?
Sure I do. You have to get up pretty early to catch Duane with his pants down.
What? You beat me to it?
Condor Transglobal is all wound up. Seems like my investigations scared them off.
Ooh, investigations? I mean, I guess you can talk about it. Fine.
Would you like to borrow my lucky piece of coal, Duane?
What's so lucky about it?
Well, we made it to Quaramonte in one piece.
When you've been here a few days, you won't look on that as luck.
I mean, we had a good talk. We saw a man in their underwear. That was lucky, at least for Nico. And again, I will always say that George is the epitome of bi panic, so I'm sure he liked it as well. It's lucky. It's lucky.
What do you think of these panties, Duane?
Lord, hot stuff, George. You buy those for your girl?
No.
I love that
A guy we know in
Nico's
Paris
theme is
bought 'em
playing in
for
the background.
Oh, you're a threesome then. Why are you looking at me like that, George?
Forget it.
Just the idea of having a threesome with Lopino. I mean, anybody else, even Duane himself, fine, but Lopino, ugh.
Would you like a biscuit, Duane?
Oh no, those gourmet dog snacks bring me out in a rash.
You've tried them?
They were on special offer. Pearl bought a whole crate. When I asked her if she was thinking of keeping a dog too, she just laughed.
I love them. Oh my god, oh, let's talk to him. Oh, that's the cousin, I think.
Hi, I'm George Stobart. What can you tell me about the mining company?
The general closed down one of their mines after the explosion. Lots of folks
He's
lost
cute.
their lives. I was lucky. I only lost my legs.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
That's obsidian. It's a volcanic rock which has cooled so fast that...
Yeah, look, I'm not interested in geology.
You're not.
I guess he's a miner,
I
so...
suppose you want to know about the carved picture on it.
That's right.
Then the guy you should talk to is the professor. He was here a while ago.
Oh, what professor? There's not even an option to talk about the professor?
Do you know what this statue represents?
Should do. I used to carve things like that to sell to tourists. But it scared people around here, so I stopped.
Why would you
Do
carve
you recognize
that?
the design on this label?
Why, sure. That's the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company logo.
Do they have an office in Quaramonte?
No, but they ship out from here.
That's what I thought. Did you see the ship with the Condor flag?
No.
But the dock is just the other side of the square.
Might as well be the other side of the moon.
Have you heard about the eclipse of the sun?
Sure, I'm having a party to celebrate it. Drop by.
Oh,
Really?
he's the one receiving the
Plenty of
party.
Food, plenty of wine, and everyone's invited, except the general.
What do you think of these panties?
Awesome. You wear them?
No, someone sent them to my girlfriend.
Thoughtful.
Okay, well, let's go inside then. Inside the police station. Oh, there's the
I have done
professor.
just as I have been instructed, Professor. With the mine closed down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavations. Ah, I have visitors.
Just remember what I told you, General. There's really no need to make a martyr out of that man.
There we go.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Senor. Welcome to Quaramonte.
Thanks. My name's George Stobart from California.
But what is this? An angel come
Yeah.
down to earth.
Nicole Collard. Enchanté, mon général.
Pardon me, Senorita, but I couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
Look, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
You've come to the right place, Senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
Well, there's a lot to talk about.
This is the tourist office? It says police on the sign outside.
It is both,
senor. I am a man of many parts.
I can see that, General.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
No. No, I never heard of him.
I don't believe you.
I hear there was an accident at the mine a few months ago.
That's correct.
A lot of men killed, weren't there?
A few.
30?
Barely 1% of the working population.
So many people living here? It doesn't seem like there's so many houses.
Is it true there's a restriction on music in Quaramonte?
Yes, there is. An emergency measure introduced by Nuestra Señora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people. Take away their musical roots and what do they got left?
Easy listening.
You think easy listening could replace a musical heritage hundreds of years old?
Why
I love
not?
that every
Have
time
it
it's
in your
mentioned,
mind.
it's in the background.
Are there any ruins around the city?
Of course, Signor. Quaramonte has everything.
I have a friend who wants to visit an historical site.
Ronaldo will only be too pleased to conduct a guided tour. When he's dealt with today's paperwork, of course.
Who was the guy you were talking to when we arrived?
Professor Ubier, a
Yes,
visitor,
Ubier.
Signor, like yourselves.
Did you say Ubier?
Si, Signor. Professor Ubier, a French archaeologist.
Huh.
What's Ubier doing in Quaramonte?
Researching our rich and glorious past, Signor. The professor is planning an expedition to some Mayan ruins. He came to see me to get an excavation permit.
We've had enough of Quaramonte and we want out.
Am I stopping you?
The guy at the docks tells me I need an exit visa.
Ask Ronaldo. He'll make the arrangements. That's what he's here for.
After he's done all of his paperwork, I guess.
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
Mine is more than a dog cookie, Signor Stobart.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
That's a native carving, is
We picked it up
Well,
in the market
Didn't mean to skip
as a
it.
souvenir.
Take a look at this label.
Si, Signor. Condor Transglobal.
Can you tell me where to find their offices?
No, Signor. I never heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
The lady at the mining company told us a ship belonging to Condor was here recently.
Conchita Garcia is crazy. If there had been a ship, do you think I wouldn't have noticed?
You're not lying at all. Another thing is, remember in the first game, what was it that I kept saying? Why the hell are you showing that to everybody? That is dangerous. Those are important things. Don't show them to everybody, but that's exactly what he's doing with the stone tablet. So some things never change.
What do you think of these panties, General?
Oh boy, fabuloso!
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
I told you. I never heard of the guy. Do I get the panties now? I told you all I know.
You told me nothing. Do you know anything about the forthcoming eclipse, General?
Such things do not interest me, Signor.
Are you sure you never heard of Condor?
Oh, yes.
The company is registered here in Quaramonte City.
You are mistaken, Signorita.
The musicians out in the square say that a ship flying the Condor flag was birthed here.
They are simple peasants. They will go along with anything you say in the hopes of parting you from your money.
Oh, wow.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, Signor. Karzak has nothing to do with anything called Condor, whoever he is.
Do you keep a record of companies registered?
How do you
in
know then,
Quaramonte?
if you don't know either
course,
him
señorita.
or Condor?
Unfortunately, all the records were destroyed by a flash flood.
I'll be back. It was the map which the General had been showing to Professor Ubier.
Can we see it?
Signor, leave the chart alone.
I thought it was just a map. Okay, let's talk to Ronaldo first. And then let's get back and talk to him. What's his name? To
Hi,
the captain,
I'm George
I guess.
Stobart.
Hello, senor. How can I help you?
I'd like to visit your prisoner.
Condemned prisoners aren't allowed visitors.
Condemned?
To death. He is to be executed. Knowing my luck, I will probably have to shoot him myself.
Amnesty
Wow.
International's gonna hear about this.
What the
I
hell?
thought Miguel was arrested for playing the wrong kind of music.
Si, senor, he was.
And that carries the death penalty?
No. You think we're crazy? While being questioned, he confessed to being an anti-government agent.
What? Okay. That is a lot to take in.
Are there any ancient pyramids near Quaramonte?
Si, senor. But it's not very impressive. It's in ruins.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of travel agency is this? It's not very impressive. It's only ruins. There's nothing to see there. What?
Would you be willing to give a guided tour of the ruins?
I can't. The General would have a fit if I left all this paperwork.
I'm trying to get out of Quaramonte.
If I had $1 for every time I heard that, I'd be able to buy back half my family.
Never mind that.
Wow.
What about
Buy
my
back.
visa?
We don't take visa.
I didn't ask
Somebody
if you
bought
take
your
a
family?
visa. I want you to give me a visa.
I can't help you, senor. I don't understand these things.
Me neither, but you probably shouldn't have that job if you don't.
Would you like a gourmet dog snack biscuit?
I would love one, senor. But I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the General catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
You know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General keeps me in the dark about most things.
Do you recognize this statue?
Tezcatlipoca. The night wind. Take it away,
Wind.
senor. That
There's
stone is cursed.
yet another name.
So long.
Okay, let's talk to him maybe about the map and why we can't see it yet.
Do you have a map of Quaramonte?
A map? I'm sorry, senor,
What
but
kind
I
of
don't.
travel agency is
What about
this?
the one on the wall?
Ah, that is an archaeological survey map, senor. Not suitable for tourists.
I'll be back.
Okay, well, fine, let's go out, I guess. What's with this music all of a sudden?
Why did you show him the stone?
Yep,
I thought
my
maybe
question
he might know
exactly.
something about it.
Well, he does now, for sure. He knows we have it.
Did you notice that chart on the police station wall?
Yes, it looked like a map to me, but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever it was, the general didn't want us to see it. That man we saw talking to the general was Ubier. Didn't you recognize him?
I never met him, remember? The guy I called in Paris claimed to be Oublié, but he sounded nothing like the man in the police station. Maybe the professor really is innocent.
Nah, it's too much of a coincidence that he's here in Quaramonte. You came on a little strong with the general.
I was merely flattering his ego, Georges. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Maybe, but that guy's weakness isn't in his foot.
I mean, he's right. Okay, Pearl, let's see.
Have you met the guy who calls himself the general?
No, I haven't. Is he a real general?
I guess so. He wears a lot of medals on his chest. The wrong side of his chest. At least for any army I'd ever seen.
Oh, interesting.
I hear you drove all the way to Quaramonte. In a truck.
That's right. You would not believe the state of some of those roads. Makes me downright sad to think there's still some places you can't reach in an automobile. In this day and age, you'd think there'd be decent highways just about anywhere folks choose to go.
Did you know that the truck was full of explosives?
Whatever gave you that idea, as if I couldn't guess?
Your husband. He was exaggerating, wasn't he?
Sometimes I wonder how I'm gonna cope with Duane's over-fertile imagination.
Catch you later, Pearl.
I never know which one of the two to believe. Oh. Huh. Hello.
Professor Ubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
Whoa, so many. So many.
Does the name
Things.
Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazakh, I wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
I don't know which of these things to keep for last, just in case, but I guess let's go in order.
Tell me about your wife, Professor.
Please, I don't want to talk about her.
Maybe you don't, but I do. Why was she known as the Little Dachshund?
It was just a silly pet name I used to call her. Somehow some damned reporter found out.
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
Okay, interesting.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant, monsieur.
So I guess it wasn't him.
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
You should, they're good. I can't get enough of these things.
Fucking George.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale. Can you
Okay.
identify this statue,
Interesting.
Professor?
Oh, yes. Tezcatlipoca,
Yet another name.
the Lord of Darkness.
A Central American god, right?
A supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means, literally, smoking mirror.
The
There.
name of the game.
You see the mirror shield in his left hand? The Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims, and victims they gave him by the thousand.
Human sacrifices?
Men, women, children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple ran red with the blood of sacrifices. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
Well, I don't know, but everything, just the fact that I'm playing this game tells me that that is coming soon.
Do you see this label?
Yes, it refers to a company named Condor. What of it?
I traced that company here to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
I have proof that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
Okay, so after it went bankrupt, Karzak started using it with this dealing stuff, smuggling these stones or whatever.
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
Of course. It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
What's your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity. History's my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child. I wouldn't miss a total eclipse for the world.
Same here.
Does the eclipse have some special significance for you?
From me? No. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth Age.
Perhaps we
This
should be
one in
celebrating.
particular?
Ah, no. The end of each age heralds destruction on a global scale.
Oh,
the
great.
fifth is the final age, ending in the total destruction of the Earth.
Fantastic.
Take a look at this, Professor. What have you got to say about that?
Where did you get this?
Never mind that. How do you explain these withdrawals,
I left my financial affairs in the hands of my secretary.
including the withdrawal of funds in cash from your personal account?
I trust Gwyneth implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the very place my girlfriend was taken?
That's obvious, Stobart. We are both the victims of the same devious plot.
What plot?
I have no idea.
I mean, it seems like some of us are more victim than others, but I'm not gonna start a race here.
Do you think the general was involved with Condor?
Hell no. And if he's a general, I'm a Buddhist. No, that fella's just a mouthpiece for the real power in Quaramonte.
His mother?
So the general is nothing but a puppet?
He's like Pinocchio before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy. Strictly strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother. Better known as
Presidenta.
La Presidenta, the dictator.
Okay, let's talk to him. I'm interested to see what he has to say.
Why don't you want the general at your party?
Because if he comes, he'll bring those damned music albums from the 70s.
Oh, that's all? Okay, well...
Do you know Professor Ubier?
Yes. I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the general. I think they're working together.
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the general be interested in an archaeologist?
You're asking me? I don't know. Oh, the professor is gone now.
Did you find any evidence of Condor's drug smuggling operations?
Drugs? Hell no! Condor was a cover for the illegal export of Mayan artifacts.
Uh-huh.
So who was behind Condor Transglobal?
It was registered in the name of Edan.
Did you get the guy?
I don't think he ever existed. Edan backwards spells Nady, Spanish for nobody.
Nadia. Not Nady.
Is Miguel the reason you're here?
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact with him. By the time I found him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a detonator.
How come
Okay,
you
there
brought
we
a
go.
truckload of explosives but no detonator?
Call me old-fashioned, but I say packing trunks is woman's work. I left the packing to Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just hope she remembered to bring my denture polish. I'd sure hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
I left the packing to Pearl. Wait a second. Pearl said you don't have any explosives. But Pearl packed the explosives. Hi, Pearl. Oh my god. What?
Do you know where I could buy a detonator?
Did Duane put you up to this by any chance? Oh, I get it. This is to detonate the truckload of explosives, right?
Hey, come on, I was kidding. Did you think I was serious?
I know what you boys are like when you get together and make plans. Duane says he could solve all the world's problems if he had enough missiles.
Catch you later, Pearl.
Well, let's see if we can get the detonator right here. Because, of course, it's there, but...
Do you have any kind of detonating device in stock?
Sure. They're kept in that cupboard.
I don't suppose you have one spare.
I can't simply give you a device like that, no without a damn good reason.
The general has a chart in his office, which he was discussing with Ubier.
Perhaps that chart will tell us where they're heading.
Maybe, but I can't get anywhere near it while the general and his sidekick are there. I had nothing.
Okay. Fine. So maybe now I can ask Nico to distract the general.
Could you distract the general while I took a look at that
There
chart?
we go.
You're kidding. Did you see the way he was leering at me?
Yeah, you'd make a great snake charmer. Come on, 5 minutes is all I need.
Well, maybe. But it's your harebrained scheme. You do the talking.
What do you mean you do the talking? How does that work? So pretty sure we need to get rid of
I have nothing
Ronaldo
else
as well, but I don't know how.
My girlfriend has a favor she wants to ask you, General.
For you, my dear. Anything.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, no, you haven't. She's embarrassed about asking you for an interview, General.
An interview with me? Fabuloso!
Well, I want to write a story about you.
You hear that, Ronaldo? An exclusive glossy spread about your beloved General.
Si, Signor General.
Look after things here. I'm going back to my apartment and I don't want to be disturbed.
I'll get you for this, George Stobart.
Don't worry. If you're gone for more than a couple of hours, I'll come and get you.
A couple of hours?
Oh, poor Nico.
I'd still have...
Ronaldo.
He had the eyes of a cocker spaniel set in a face like a deflated souffle. I couldn't help wondering what
kind
had
of
driven him to
metaphor
work
is
for a
that?
man like the General. Would you take my friend to the ruins now the General's gone?
I'd be honored, Signor.
Thanks. I'll go get her.
There we go. That's what I was thinking. Hello, Pearl.
I've made the arrangements for your visit to the temple, Pearl.
Oh, that's just great, George. Why don't you come too, honey?
I'd love to, but right now I have to save the world.
Listen, sweetie. I'm looking for an official guide to take me to the old pyramid.
For a lovely lady, I would go to the ends of the earth. For you, I will go as far as the pyramid and back.
Oh my
But
god.
what about your husband?
What he doesn't know won't
Oh
hurt.
wow,
Let's go,
sassy.
Beanpole.
As Pearl and Ronaldo set out for the ruined pyramid, I prepared to search the police station.
Okay, ooh, there's a fax incoming apparently. Nothing interesting, it seems.
It looked like a geological survey map showing the land to the southeast of Quaramonte City. About 60 miles inland and upstream was an area marked Teoculcan. I'm George Stobart. You're Miguel the musician, aren't you?
Ex-musician, senor. My career is finished.
Nah, going to jail could be the boost your career needed.
Senor, I would rather die than live with this shame.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
Yes. The old man spoke of him.
The
Old
foreman?
man.
Professor Oubier?
That's right. This man Karzak is Ubier's boss.
Why is that noose hanging from the bars?
Ronaldo strung it up for me to hang myself. Don't cry for me, Senor Stobart. When I am dead, the goddess will take my soul to rest in paradise.
Okay, so we finally talked to Miguel, but that is pretty, what's the word? God damn it, I can't think of a single word today. Unprofessional and irresponsible, there we go. It is pretty irresponsible to leave a jail with
I had nothing else to ask him.
a person in it. I mean, not only a jail, but also the entire office unattended and unlocked.
I got a good look at that chart in the police station. It's a map of Quaramonte.
Does it tell us where Oubier is heading?
Yeah, a place called Teoculcan.
That's the site of the mine. I wonder why they're being so secretive about Aubier's plans. One thing's for sure. If the general's involved, they're up to no good. I'd like to talk to that musician Miguel. Take the detonator and get him out of that jail.
Okay, well, let's do that then. Just inside the pants, not even in a pocket.
Here is the detonator, Duane.
Keep your voice down, George. You want everyone to know. You
I mean, everybody will know. It is an
the
explosion.
US cavalry's on the way.
Okay.
Hello, Miguel.
Hey, Miguel.
What is it? What is happening?
We're getting out of here.
Who's we? They've sent the Delta Force?
Nope.
The Impossible Missions Force?
Don't make me sick. Much better.
Who then?
A retired greetings card salesman from Ohio.
I'm doomed.
You don't know Duane.
You're not the only one.
I should have known you'd be trouble the moment I saw you.
Look, I can explain everything.
Get in that cell. Now.
And what if I refuse?
He'll shoot you.
Okay, here I am, going quietly into the cell.
Along with my friend that little mouse.
Very wise. Not Americano scum.
One of the reasons I hate guns so much is the way they make people so damned impolite.
I hope you're enjoying your vacation, Senor Stobart.
Go polish your weapon, Ronaldo.
Well, now I have somewhere to stay.
This was part of your plan, right?
Well, in a manner of speaking,
No.
I was all out of ideas. It was up to Nico now.